Good afternoon. I hope you are all doing fabulous on this 19th of April, and it is Wednesday. Stayed pretty low-key today. Had a meeting this morning, and those of you who haven't been around my channel for long, or maybe this is the first video of mine that you're finding, I actually have an anxiety disorder. And anxiety is not stage fright. It's not that sort of nervousness. It's that inner feeling like you're agitated, but you're not angry, but your insides are agitated. And the thought of the future outcome causes more agitation. And it affects sleep, and it affects how you relate to people, and it affects how you interact with people, and it affects how you eat and when you eat. And I have my anxiety is pretty well stable now. I do take medication daily, and that has brought me, leaps and bounds from where I used to be. But it is still something that I battle with. And so bring me back to what I was saying, is that I had a meeting this morning, and I have been in my anxious head about it for almost a week. And yesterday, it got to the point that I was having a hard time thinking of anything else. And usually I'm very good at putting aside the anxiety or compartmentalizing it a little bit, or a lot of bit, so that I can function. But this meeting in particular, and we have done this sort of meeting many times up until now, and it keeps being adjourned or postponed or to be continued. And always leading up to it. And this is the worst by far that it's been. But there is, about a week leading up to it, I gradually get more and more and more anxious. And then yesterday, I couldn't derail my anxiety in my head. And that's hard, because even though I am feeling anxious, I still am a mom, and I'm still a wife, and I'm the mom of a toddler, who needs his mom, and needs me to be present. And when the big boys were little, I didn't know that I had anxiety to the level that I understand it now. Sorry, I haven't been sleeping well for over a week. When the big boys were young, it would often translate as anger. And this constant battle against things that I came up against. And it was frustrating, because I didn't really understand it, and I just thought, I was like this radical feminist, and that wasn't the case at all. And the more that my anxiety has gotten under control the last 3 or 4 years, the more that I'm seeing that I'm not this angry, constantly agitated person who's always got, to fight for the cause. But then stuff like this happens, and life is full of hiccups and stuff, and I can navigate through those. Now, granted, I have coping mechanisms in place for those, and one of them is, planning, and yeah, I can get into how I manage on a daily basis. Um, but I had the best of intentions of making a video about something else today. And it is 3:30 right now. And I am still stuck in my anxious head, my anxious thought process from a meeting that ended at 11 o'clock this morning. I am exhausted. My head hurts. I wanted to sew. I had all intentions to sit down and sew and just get out of my head and create something. And I couldn't even do that. Like I'm not able to. And that is so frustrating. And then I'm having like some ear pain or something, like, which is like freaking me out. Because another thing I get anxious about is that I've, got some fatal something, and oh my goodness, this anxiety, it's just, oh, all that to say, I had all intentions of doing a video today, and it not being about this, but it's 3:30 and I haven't done it. And I really would like to be successful at completing Veda this year. So I'm putting up a video about my anxiety and about how debilitated I feel today with it, and how I am just completely overcome with the anxious thoughts today. And and so many people really don't understand, what anxiety is, and they think that it's nervousness or whatever else, and it's not. So that's it. That's where I'm at today. Sorry, this isn't my usual upbeat, woohoo, let's do this sort of video. But this is me. This is me, raw and unscripted, and doing life. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down. If you applaud my courage, give it a thumbs up. Interact with me, and let's start having a conversation about this or anything else. And I hope that tomorrow I will be back to more to myself, but we shall see. Now I am going to go and talk to Mr. Gavin, who is also having a hard time because he knows that I'm having a hard time. And yeah, okay. I hope you are all having a great day, and I will talk to you all later. Love ya.